One Super Bowl ad generating controversy promoted Robert Kennedy Jr.'s run for president. It was a carbon copy of a spot from his uncle JFK's 1960 bid for the White House, and it infuriated several members of his family.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about RFK Jr. apologizing for his Super Bowl commercial. Well, at least he apologized to some of his cousins who were upset. Let me explain what's going on. So during the big game, I'm watching for the commercials, and I saw RFK. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? RFK? And I heard some of the old timey music. I'm kind of jamming. I'm like, okay, I like some of the old timey music. I don't like the brand new music that's going on. Radio, all that kind of stuff is really bad right now. So I was jamming to the old school music. I saw the commercial. I liked it. It made a lot of sense. And some are going to say, well, he's riding the coattails of his uncle. It's like, look, if my last name is Kennedy and I'm running for president and my uncle was a president, I'm going to ride them coattails till the coattails fall clean, smooth off the coat. I'm going to write that name out. I don't really care about somebody trying to tell me anything. I'm going to use my name to my advantage. It's my name. My name is literally RFK Jr. I'm going to use that. But anyway, I thought it was a good commercial. I liked it. I like the old school thing. I like the throwback. I like him just leaning into the family name. But of course, his family members don't like what he's talking about as far as the vax and other things. They see him as kind of a conservative person and they're super liberal. So they don't like that. Now, I'm not going to jump out of the window and call RFK a conservative. Not at all. He's more of an old school Democrat like his uncle, in my humble opinion. Not a conservative at all. But I'm not really against him or a fan. I think he's just doing well in his demographic. Would I vote for him? No. But I think overall, he's much better than a Joe Biden or a Kamala Harris or any of them over there on that side. But his family disagrees with me. They don't like him too much, and they really got on his back, and they made him, unfortunately, back down, cave, and apologize for the commercial. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and check out the actual news clip and jam to the old school groovy tunes. I'll link to the whole thing in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
One Super Bowl ad generating controversy promoted Robert Kennedy Jr.'s run for president. It was a carbon copy of a spot from his uncle JFK's 1960 bid for the White House, and it infuriated several members of his family. Well, now Kennedy's apologizing.
It may have been the most shocking ad to air during the Super Bowl.
The music is jamming.
It's an ad for controversial third-party presidential candidate Bobby Kennedy Jr. It was a carbon copy of the ad that helped propel his uncle, JFK, to the White House in 1960. Except in place of JFK, the image of Bobby was inserted. The ad is infuriating Kennedy's famous family.
There's a nostalgia, there's a brand there, there's a love for that family.
Why do they keep calling him Bobby? I think that's the media trying to appease the family members that don't like RFK. Because every time I hear him spoken about on the conservative side of things, they say RFK Jr. They don't say Bobby Kennedy. That's something that I think the media on the left does a lot. Am I hearing something wrong? Y'all let me know. Like, I know Robert, the nickname is Bobby, but you really don't hear that said that way. It's like Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs. His father is Pat Mahomes. It's the same name, but different, so you know who's who. You understand? I digress.
But everything he stands for is counter to the Kennedy family.
His family did not like that. Well, his family didn't like it because they don't like anything that he's doing.
My cousin's Super Bowl ad used our uncle's faces and my mother's, said.
Okay, it's your uncle's face. Okay, but it's his uncle too. So do you have uncle ownership? Do you have uncle supremacy? How does that really work? That's your uncle and my uncle. That's our uncle. So what? Yes, I use my uncle's face.
As Bobby Shriver, son of JFK's late sister Eunice Shriver, she would be appalled by his deadly health care views. Now, RFK Jr. is apologizing. I'm so sorry if the Super Bowl advertisement caused anyone in my family pain. The ad was created and aired by the American Values Super PAC without any involvement or approval from my campaign. I love you all. God bless you.
Now, do you really believe that they did this whole commercial with RFK Jr.'s likeness, his uncle's likeness, for his campaign without him knowing anything about it, without him being, and then on the Super Bowl, you know how much money that costs? So nobody just picked up the phone and said, hey, look, RFK Jr., we're going to run this ad. It's going to involve you. It's going to involve your uncle. We're going to go back to the 1960s when Nancy Pelosi was like 35 years old at the inauguration. We're going to go back to that time. What do you think? Yay or nay? You approve or nah? What's going on? I don't think he didn't get that call. I'm pretty sure he got that call and signed off on it. And now that his cousins are bucking on him, he's just trying to be like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. My fault. My bad. My bad for not calling you guys to tell you what I was doing. That's kind of what it seems like to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just mistaken here.
The Super PAC paid $7 million to run the ad.
That is the jamming ad. I love the music. Shout out to the old school music. I'm with it. But yeah, I'm not necessarily a big fan of RFK Jr. Some things he says I'm on board with. Some stuff with the vax. If I'm not mistaken, he's a guy that was against the vax, and he's just more about medical freedom. Some of his ideas I like. Some of his ideas. But again, would I vote for him? No. There's other things I'm not really liking too much. I think he's like on a whole climate change kick, which is a crock, a complete crock, a big crock. It's weird how you can be anti-vax, which is a good thing, but at the same time be talking about climate change and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I know that he is a big vocal opponent of the vax industry. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to RFK Jr. for having a great Super Bowl ad. I think his was almost as good as Kanye West. I played that during my live stream where he had a $0 budget for the commercial. He filmed himself on a phone talking about shoes on Yeezy.com. And the commercial spot cost the same as RFK's, $7 million. But they made 19 point something million dollars in sales in 24 hours from the commercial. I like that because of the economics and the business behind it. I really appreciated that. And this one right here, I appreciate it because of the throwback, the nostalgia, which is a very powerful thing. And also leaning into the family name. Why wouldn't you do it? To me, it makes all the sense in the world. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on the RFK commercial? Should he have apologized? Should he have not apologized? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you see it during the game, after the game? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I thought it was a great commercial. There was no need to apologize. I understand his family, they getting upset, they getting triggered, but pretty much whatever he does involving their name, which is his name, they're going to be upset because they don't like him. He's out there running for president as RFK Jr. They want to distance themselves away. They want to go throw dirt on his name. That's crazy. I mean, I have family that I may not necessarily be big fans of, but I'm not going to go do an interview talking about how bad they are. I mean, did my cousin rob a bank? Did my cousin kidnap a pet dog from some little kid's schoolyard? Like, what are we talking about exactly? I don't really understand. It's weird. People are so strange, especially on the left. They're not freedom lovers. They're not people that just live and let live. They really want to be all up in whatever you got going on whenever you have a differing point of view, which is part of the reason why many of us have left the left. And now we've been on the right for a very long time. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.